Welcome, Loreseekers. Chapter 4, The Gathering Storm, was mostly a flashback, but one we needed to see. How did Boba Fett get the Slave One back, and uniting the story with Mandalorian, with Boba helping Fennec? The start of the episode shows Boba scouting out Jabba's palace. He is very aware of his own skills and his health without his armor, and decides that there are too many bodyguards at this time. The bantha Boba has adopted has formed a very good bond with him, and the two travel to Dune Sea until they see the remnants of the Gunslinger episode from Season 1 of The Mandalorian. Boba finds Fennec and takes her to a mod parlor on the outskirts of Mos Eisley, who gives Fennec a cybernetic stomach, a good way to connect the Vespa gang back to the present-day timeline as well, and connects us more to the Gunslinger episode. Though she was taken back by the mods, she agrees she owes a debt to Boba for saving her. The way of payment, though, is to help Boba get the Slave One back from Jabba's palace. Fennec sends in a scouting map droid in for recon, and it's kind of like a probe droid, just a lot smaller. The two agree that they're going to need to use stealth for this mission to be a success. So, Fennec and Boba use the sewer tunnel to make their way into the kitchen, and we get to see a version of EV-99, the torture droid we see in Return of the Jedi, making the gaunt droid know who Jabba's master is.
You're a feisty little one, but you'll soon learn some respect. I have need for you on the Master's sail barge, and I think you'll fill in nicely.
We also see a terrifying chef droid. I would never trust that thing. It's like a General Grievous, but with steak knives. So after a big shootout, Boba and Fennec get the Slave One back and the debt is paid. However, Fennec is interested in Fett's journey, so she decides she's going to stick around while Boba annihilates the swoop gang with an aerial bombardment, which is an amazing scene. He gets his vengeance. It's the Boba we know. You know, he straight up just hits him from the sky using a proton torpedo at the very end to get justice for his people, his new tribe, the Tusken Raiders. And afterwards, they visit the Sarlacc. I like the scene, but I was laughing because right after the swoop gang scene, we get this one. And I thought immediately he's going to drop a seismic charge into this thing and just be done with it and drive off into the sunset laughing. But the way the scene did turn out was pretty awesome. So he's looking for his armor. I was thinking the chain code had some form of tracking device, but it doesn't. He literally takes his ship and he flies over the Sarlacc pit, face down, and gets so close where it turns into that horror movie that we all want from Star Wars, right? And the Sarlacc wakes up, uses the beak that we see in Return of the Jedi, the special edition, and the Sarlacc grabs the ship, and Fennec is able to hit the seismic charge release just in time before the Slave One, I guess, was going to get kind of bent up and crushed, and then I don't think he'd be able to devour it, but who knows. And so she releases the seismic charge, and the Sarlacc is blown into oblivion. It sends the sand dunes up like a tsunami.
Seismic charges. Stand by.
And it goes all the way up into the sail barge wreckage, which is really cool because it's just like the skeletons of the dead crate dragons and the banthas, and it's just left there for the desert. This ends the flashback, and Boba gets right to work on preparing for the war. So he tracks down Chrysanthemum, and exactly what I thought he was going to do, he's going to hire him. But before that, he finds him in the cantina, and he watches him destroy a group of civilian Trandoshans with his knuckle dusters, and he ends up ripping the armor off one. Even when he was about to be talked down. It was a really cool scene. It gives the Wookiee more justice than what we saw in his last fight. Because if you watch the last breakdown video, I thought Chrysanthemum was well used, but not used to his abilities. Because he's a lot more powerful fighter than we give him up to. So he just completely destroys these Trandoshans and makes quick work of them. And then Boba meets him out in the front part of the cantina, and pretty much just hires him to be his bodyguard for the upcoming dinner. And this dinner is for the territory leaders of Tatooine. So Boba tricks these leaders into agreeing that they will not interfere with his war with the Pikes, which is exactly what he wanted. We also get the intimidation factor with the Rancor, which is really cool to see. And as the dinner's over and everyone's going home, Fennec and Boba talk about spending the credits the right way for an army for this upcoming war. And I honestly believe that they were going to hire some more bounty hunters, because Boba's familiar with them. He's their friends. So I'm like, he's going to bring in Boss. He's going to bring in Dengar, Forlom, anyone that's around that they want to bring in. For some reason, I completely forgot about Din Djarin. So the Mandalorian theme starts playing right now, and it just clicks. So Without a doubt, we're going to get Din Djarin in a future Boba Fett episode. I originally felt they would hire Dengar and Boss to help along with Chrysanthemum, but it makes complete sense to hire Din Djarin. I now hope that they just hire all three and form the dream team of fighters with Boba Fett, Din, Fennec, Dengar, Bosk, and Chrysanthemum. I really don't know how that Trandoshan Wookiee would work, but as long as they're getting paid, I don't think they really care. I don't think the Pikes would stand a chance. This would also reveal what Din has replaced the Razor Crest with, kind of see where he's at right now mentally with the loss of Grogu, and just exactly what is he doing. Is he Mandalore? Does he have the Darksaber? Is he still using the Darksaber? Or is he put it into safekeeping? So that'd be cool if we get to see some Darksaber action in the war against the Pikes. Overall, this episode was great, and I have it second behind Chapter 2. So, already excited for next week. We're going to be making lore videos for everything that happens. So, stick around, watch some of those. It'll be shorts mainly. But other than that, I'll see you back next week. May the Force be with you. Always.